Su Yu's expression was solemn, his brows furrowed, and his gaze fixed intently on Wang Fenglin. That day, he had taken action, slaying Zhang Xiaoyuan to help Wang Fenglin vent his anger. He had solemnly promised that he would never reveal this matter. But now it seemed that he was just a treacherous man. Although the Zhang family already knew that he had killed Zhang Yui, even if they blamed Zhang Xiaoyuan's death on him, it wouldn't matter. However, he couldn't tolerate such betrayal. Wang Fenglin's name was now marked as a target for certain death in Su Yu's heart. Wang Fenglin clearly sensed Su Yu's anger but continued to speak without interruption. That day, I teamed up with Zhang Xiaoyuan to slay a late-stage level 1 demon beast, the golden ape. Although we succeeded, my spirit energy was completely depleted. And Zhang Xiaoyuan was also severely injured, unable to resist. At that moment, Su Yu appeared and killed Zhang Xiaoyuan, injuring me. He then removed his upper clothing, revealing a sword scar on his bare shoulder that had not yet healed. With these words, the crowd below was in an uproar. I see. Why would a 9th rank key condensation realm warrior like Zhang Xiaoyuan die to a demon beast? Exactly. Zhang Xiaoyuan was quite powerful and knew the Zhang family's swift shadow step. Even if he couldn't win, he should have been able to escape. It seems that Su Yu isn't a good person either, just a scoundrel who takes advantage of others in their time of need. With these words, Zhang Heikong's anger flared intensely, like a lion, his eyes fixed on Su Yu. He couldn't believe that by sparing his life 3 days ago, he had created such a significant threat. You must cut the grass at the root. The ancients were not wrong. However, even though he now knew the truth, he dared not speak out, as Su Yu was about to join the Crimson Sky Sect as a disciple. The Crimson Sky Sect was a massive organization that the Zhang family could not afford to offend. Any elder or disciple from the Crimson Sky Sect could destroy the entire Zhang family. Ha ha ha! Su Yu, listening to Wang Fenglin's twisted version of events, laughed in anger, unwilling to argue with him. Instead, he turned to the Zhang family members and said, I, Su Yu, joined the Zhang family at the age of 11 and became a beast hunter. Over 5 years, I have fought demon beasts more than 1,000 times. A few days ago, I protected the young master, Zhang Wenbin, and was crushed in the Danshan by a demon beast. However, the Zhang family not only failed to properly care for me or show gratitude but also expelled me from the family. Young Master Zhang Wenbin even came to harass my sister on the same day. Your Zhang family is a bunch of ungrateful traitors. One day, I will make your Zhang family disappear from Kanglan City. The long-suppressed anger was finally unleashed, a relief to express. However, many who were unaware began to discuss the Zhang family's ungrateful actions. I didn't expect the Zhang family to be so heartless and ungrateful. No wonder Su Yu would go on a killing spree. Exactly, he almost lost his life protecting the young master and ended up being expelled from the family. If this continues, who will dare to serve the Zhang family? For a moment, the Zhang family became the target of public criticism. Wang Fenglin stared at Su Yu with a look of frustration. His appearance on the stage wasn't a problem, as long as he lost to him. But he won, and the discipleship in the Crimson Sky Sect slipped through his fingers. To secure the place in the Crimson Sky Sect, he had to be a treacherous man. There was no choice. The place in the Crimson Sky Sect was too tempting. However, despite his efforts to distance himself, he didn't achieve the desired effect, and he was now in a panic. He had thought the Zhang family would be furious and kill Suyu on the spot. Then he could follow Elder Yan to the Crimson Sky Sect. But the Zhang family's restraint exceeded his imagination. They were only angry but dared not act. The scene fell into a deadlock. Yan Zi watched the dramatic scene on the stage with interest, surprised that such a small place could have such events. He had thought that such political machinations were only found in large families and major sects, but this place was no exception. A slight smile appeared at the corners of his mouth as he continued to watch. Seeing no action from the Zhang family, Wang Fenglin panicked and, thinking quickly, shouted, "Head of the Zhang family, I have one more thing to tell you. Your son, Zhang Wenbin, was also killed by Suyu." "What?" Zhang Heikong's anger could no longer be contained. It erupted instantly, his innate realm aura bursting forth. 3 core disciples of the clan were all killed by Suyu. How could he bear this? The target immediately shifted to Suyu, and he roared, "Suyu, die!" He then leaped forward, a punch aimed directly at Suyu. Suyu's pupils constricted. He felt a mysterious force restraining his entire body, making him unable to move, only to watch the punch approach. An innate realm punch, at Suyu's current level, would likely crush him into a pulp if it hit. Wang Fenglin's lips curled into a smile. He didn't know if Suyu had killed Zhang Wenbin, but he knew that Zhang Wenbin had been missing for many days. To enrage the Zhang family's head, he had to add a charge to Suyu. It seemed to be effective now. The people behind him from the Wang family also smiled. As long as Suyu died, the place in the Crimson Sky Sect would be his, Wang Fenglin's. Zhang Heikong's figure drew closer, his fist already in front of him, about to strike Suyu. Suddenly, a formidable aura erupted, converging directly in front of Suyu. A barrier was erected, and Suyu regained his ability to move, hastily retreating. Boom! Zhang Heikong's fist struck the barrier, the force completely neutralized, making it impossible for him to advance any further. Seeing this, Zhang Heikong stopped his attack, his eyes filled with fear as he looked at Yan Zi. The only person who could silently block his attack was probably Yan Zi. Realizing the mistake, he had been blinded by anger and completely forgot that Suyu was about to become a disciple of the Kixio sect. If Yan Zi really got angry, the entire Zhang family would likely be destroyed. Wang Fenglin's smile also froze, his face stiff as he looked at Yan Zi. Yan Zi had already risen, walking leisurely towards the stage. "Since Suyu is the first place winner of this grand competition, he is my Kixio sect's disciple. Daring to make things difficult for my sect's disciple right in front of me, are you not taking me seriously enough?" His tone was indifferent, devoid of any emotion, but it carried a powerful pressure, making the Zhang and Wang families shiver and tremble. They all lowered their heads, not daring to utter another word. Suyu was overjoyed, his eyes cold as he glanced at the Zhang family members, filled with murderous intent, then shifted his gaze to Wang Fenglin. He was certain that Wang Fenglin definitely did not know about his killing of Zhang Wenbin, but merely wanted to provoke the Zhang family to kill him. Such a treacherous and ruthless person, who would stop at nothing to achieve his goals, would eventually have to be buried along with the Zhang family. The entire venue fell silent, a dead quiet. At this moment, the second elder of the Zhang family rushed over from a distance, stopping in front of Zhang Heikong. In his hand was a brocade jade box, which he handed to Zhang Heikong. After receiving the box, Zhang Heikong took a deep breath and walked towards Yan Ziyi. Yan Ziyi looked haughty. His eyes lowered, looking down on everyone, appearing aloof and superior. Elder Yan, this is a yuxin fruit passed down in our Zhang family. Here, I present it to Elder, hoping that Elder will not obstruct our Zhang family from eliminating our mortal enemy. Furthermore, the Kixio sect would not want to recruit a disciple who is ruthless and kills without hesitation, right? Zhang Heikong's words portrayed Siyu as a ruthless killer, making him despised. This way, Elder Yan could refuse Suyu's entry into the Kixio sect with a clear conscience and also gain the yuxin fruit. An extra yuxin fruit would be a delightful bonus. Indeed, when Elder Yan saw the yuxin fruit, his eyes lit up, clearly not expecting such a treasure to exist in this small Kanglan city. The yuxin fruit, a treasure of this kind, can dispel zani after consumption. Gather the internal lin qi to impact the danchin, allowing a martial artist at the master level to directly topple one realm. And Elder Yan was currently at the master level, making this treasure a genuine temptation for him. After all, at his level, breaking through one realm required a significant amount of time and effort, while a single yuxin fruit could save him the effort and time, directly enabling a breakthrough. How could he not be tempted? Moreover, Zhang Heikong had already provided a plausible excuse, making everything natural and justified, without tarnishing the reputation of the Kixio sect. Suyu, seeing Zhang Heikong holding the brocade jade box and whispering to Yan Ziyi, felt a sense of foreboding rise in his heart. Then, it seemed that Zhang Heikong had completed the deal and returned to the Zhang family's formation, his sharp eyes fixed on Suyu. The yuxin fruit was a family treasure of the Zhang family, reserved for when a clan member reached the master level to consume and enhance their realm. However, for several decades, no one in the Zhang family had reached the master level, so the yuxin fruit had been stored away. Who would have thought it would come in handy today? Cough, cough. After a light cough, Elder Yan spoke calmly. Technically, Suyu, who won first place in this grand competition, should join the Kixio sect as our disciple. But, I just heard that Suyu first killed Zhang Yui, then Zhang Xiaoyuan, and Zhang Wenbin, killing 3 people in succession, too ruthless. If he joins the Kixio sect, he might become a threat to our sect. Therefore, I will lead the second place winner, Wang Fenglin, to join the Kixio sect. On the surface, Elder Yan showed no change, but in his heart, he was elated. He never expected to obtain the yuxin fruit in such a small place, which was a pleasant surprise. As for Suyu winning first place, it was forgotten the moment the yuxin fruit was presented. In his view, Suyu was just a worthless life. How could he compare to the yuxin fruit? Suyu was stunned, standing motionless on the stage. The few words, though spoken calmly, were deafening, their echo lingering. He never thought that an elder of the prestigious Kixio sect would accept a bribe, utterly disgracing the Kixio sect's name. Ha ha ha! Upon hearing the result, Wang Fenglin burst into laughter, the Kixio sect spot finally falling to him. The Wang family also erupted in cheers, and after today, the Wang family would receive the protection of the Kixio sect, soaring to new heights.